And welcome once again, Frankie Goris, co-owner of La Bella Havana, with this month's Taste LBH Paella Valenciana. Paella Valenciana, the one that we're going to make today, it's a very big portion paella, and it's very tasty and delicious. And to start, we're going to go by the ingredients they're going to be using today. Garlic, pepper, black pepper, salt, chopped peppers, green and red. You got chopped onions. We got chicharros here. On the seafood, we're going to be using shrimps, bay scallops, calamari, chicken, chorizo. It's got to be nice chorizo too, it tastes very good. Then you got the mussels, clams. I like to use the little neck clams. I think it's more delicious and tender. And of course, we got the rice, which is saffron rice. Saffron rice is very easy to do. You cook the rice just the same as you would cook the regular white rice, or you put just a little pinch of saffron. Saffron is very powerful, so make sure that you just use a little bit of it, okay? I like to always start by putting a little bit of olive oil. Since the Paella Valenciana has chicken, which is the rate this had at the end, I like to put my chicken first, since it's gonna take a little longer to cook. Okay, and now, the chicken, I just turned it over the chicken. You see, this is what you want to do. Just give it a nice little color. Will be nice and moist inside, but nice and brown in the outside. As soon as you turn over to the other side, what you do is then you just put in the chorizo. You notice how fast they cook. It's very, and the flavor these two combinations generate, it's incredible. You don't want to burn it. And you don't want to overcook it because it's going to be cooking later on. Once you have when you include the wine, and you put the sauce on it, the rice. Once you do that, I like to begin by putting in my garlic, the chopped onions, the peppers. You're going to saute it a little bit, so like that, all the flavors could get married into each other. So a couple of minutes went by. We're gonna add up the mussels and the clams. Okay. Then after a few minutes, a minute or two, all you want to do is just release a little bit of the juices from the clams and the mussels. To warm it up a little bit more and spice it up more, put a little bit of white wine. Then after a few minutes, you see how the mussels are already popping opening. So just give it a couple of more minutes. Once that's happening, what you do is, since the scallops and the calamari, the shrimps, they all cook fairly fast, I always like to leave it almost towards the end. So like that, they don't get overcooked. But in the paella, it doesn't really matter that much. But I like to be a little cautious anyway. See? Once you have it ready, you cover it up again, so like that you can make sure that all the mussels are gonna be opening up and the clams. All right. Once I put everything in, I like to take my salt and pepper. Remember, salt and pepper is always up to taste. And of course, right after you put the salt and pepper, I like to put my tomato sauce. This is just regular, simple tomato sauce. Make sure that you get some real nice tomato. What you're gonna do now, you're gonna let it simmer there for a little bit. It reduced all the way, like half of it. It was reduced. You see the consistency of it? It's more like a sauce now. Now it's when you put in the rice. Okay, and right after we mix the rice, the last ingredient we're going to put in is just the chicharros. We cut the chicken, we cut in very small pieces, so like that we could decorate it with. And at the end, just for a little bit more color and a little bit more flavor, you add up a little bit of chopped onions, green onions. Buen provecho.